G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 24 of our Wolves career mode here on Dylan on the Ball. Today we'll be taking on Manchester United in the second leg of our Carabao Cup or League Cup Semi-Final, hoping to get through to Wembley in the hopes of picking up our second piece of silverware as Wolves manager. Before we get to that one though, firstly, there are a few transfers to take you through. You won't notice too much different about the starting lineup that you see on your screen right now, but there has been 3 outgoings and 2 incomings. So let's get firstly to the outgoings. First outgoing was Willy Bolly. I don't think we really received much more than his value there. I think we probably only received about 13 or maybe 14 million. He's off to AC Milan. We weren't totally satisfied with him, I guess. We did have 5 centre-backs, so one was bound to go, and I'll show you shortly that there's a second on their way out. But firstly, it was Willy Bolly being bought by AC Milan, which is a bit of a theme, as you'll see shortly. Also, on his way out to AC Milan was Azor Matasiwa. He was a good servant for, I guess, the 18 months that he was with the club. We have just sought an upgrade, basically. Nothing against him. He was, I guess, a little undersized, but so was his replacement. And we've added a bit of quality, basically. The third AC Milan bound Wolves player was possibly the hardest to let go of. It's Daniel Podence. He had been quite a player for us. I couldn't complain. Nothing against him necessarily. It was just, again, an upgrade in the position and one I think that will take us forward into the next step as a club and hopefully challenge for the title, I guess. That just leaves us with our incomings then, and look, I'm pretty happy with them. We've spent just about every penny in the budget, but I'm pretty happy with the way that we've been able to upgrade the squad. First of those players being Ismail Bennacer. You noticed a bit of an AC Milan theme. It's a bit weird. Bolly, actually, the transfer was agreed like a couple of months ago, that he was on his way out, and it just happened to be the same club that we swapped Matasiwa and a bit of cash for Ismail Bennacer. Just an all-round upgrade, really. He ends up being a tiny bit taller than Matasiwa. Not quite as good physically or maybe defensively, but I think we'll take that with the upgrade in the technical ability and his passing and just what he brings to the team in those ways, and we can always pop him in the trainings as a holding midfielder, as the anchor man. They're ready to mop up at the back. So there were then the 2 incomings. You might be able to guess who it is by the outgoing of Daniel Podence. It is Rafael Leao. He is only the 2 overall higher than Daniel Podence, but he's 4-5 years younger. He's taller, he's probably quicker, he's just all round better, really. I don't know for sure, I haven't checked any like SoFIFA or any other website, but I'm assuming Rafael Leao's got some sort of decent potential, and I just think, again, with both of them, it's an upgrade, and it's upgrades that can sort of take us to that next step in hopefully competing for the Premier League this year. And I know we were at the top at the end of last video. I'm not sure where we are right now, to be honest. We're very much hoping for these 2 moves, as well as sort of the form we have been in, to stand us in good stead for the rest of the season. But enough about that. We have had 5 games since you were last here, a total of 26 goals from those games. You'll only see 25 of them because FIFA likes to cut out goals when there's too many in a game, but let's get to them. First game was our first leg against Manchester United. It was Michael Olise getting us underway, our home leg underway on a good foot into the second half here. I think it was 65 something-ish minutes in. It probably said it at the start of the highlight and I've missed it. Doesn't matter. It's 1-0. Michael Olise grabs himself a goal, puts us up 1-0, puts us in a good position. As the clock was winding down, United started pressing forward. We were able to counter with fresh legs of O'Neill playing through Fabio Silva to make it 2-0. And that'll set us up for today's featured game. We go away to Old Trafford with a 2-goal lead. Cannot complain with that one at all. Very good result. We then played Doncaster in the FA Cup. It was Ismail Assar getting us underway. Of course, the United first leg that you just saw was the debut for Leao and Benassa. I was hoping for, some sort of introduction, but neither of them got on the end, like Sarr did here, to make it 1-0. We'll fly through these highlights because there's a number of goals to get through. Second goal being Ross Barkley. You can see I was sort of trying to line it up so that he got the ball just behind the penalty spot, but for whatever reason it cut it back way too far. But he had a good first touch, took it around the defender and fired it in. Then they got one back through, just a calamity. Just Jose Sarr flopping around like a fish out of water. William Saliba turns to a statue. And Nelson Semedo on the line, you can see, tries to control it, just misses. 2-1. You see hits now 3-1, so we have missed one of them somewhere along the line. Someone has been short-changed there, I suppose, but 4-1 this makes it, I suppose. Yusuf Poulsen banging one in. Then they got another one back. It was 4-2. Whoever this bloke is, just running on into the box, powering past Jose Sarr. Not much he could do about that one after his defense just sort of left him high and dry there. I guess in the end of the day, it's not a great finish. Then for 5-2, sort of a calamity at the other end. They win the ball, they try to clear it. Old mate next to, I think it's Ismail Assar that got the goal, dives in recklessly, doesn't get anywhere near the ball or the player. And it's 5-2, which at the death became 5-3. We decided it was our time to dive in recklessly. You see Nelson Semedo here. I thought I could win this ball. Couldn't. Just couldn't. That's all. Same bloke who scored the first one. Couldn't pronounce his name. Don't know what it is. But it ended 5-3. We then got to host Manchester City for the second time in basically a month. I'll not host them twice. You know what I mean. We faced them twice in about a month. Either way, it was Ruben Neves getting us underway. Nice ball across from Pedro Neto for Ruben to slam that one in past Edison for 1-0. We then managed to make it 2-0. Ross Barkley playing in Ruben Neves again, getting himself a double. Just a nice defence-splitting pass. We had drawn all of the midfield over to one side, and once Neves had played the pass, he made a good run. Gave himself enough room to fire a finish in that was right in the corner. It's a beautiful finish for 2-0. Sticking to the Portuguese theme, Bernardo Silva made it 2-1 right on the stroke of half-time there. Just, one of those times where they get the ball and, as soon as it's at his feet, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing bringing out your keeper can do, because he's just going to slip over on a banana peel and let it in. It then got even more disappointing. A similar story on the edge of the box, a little bit of a touch around the defender, and this time it was Kevin De Bruyne on the edge of the box. Did very well to sort of shimmy and shake off Roman Saiz and then place it past Jose Sarr for 2-2, and man, I was pissed at that point. Not a happy chap. We then got fortunate with a third goal. It was 3-2. You'll see here Rafael Leao gets back. I just sort of tried to chop it back. I wasn't really thinking of much. Got it on the foot of Raul Jimenez, who fired it in before Edison knew what was going on. He didn't try to save it or do anything, just sort of watched. Ross damn Barkley made it 4-2. A blind finish. It's almost like he was going for a bicycle, but then realised he wasn't going to make it, so he just sort of swivels, pivots on his standing foot, his stronger foot, his right foot, powers in a blind finished volley past Edison for 4-2, an absolute wonder strike. Who knows where that round came from? At the death, as it wound down, they were pressing forward, and João Cancelo grabbed himself a goal. A very well struck sort of driven volley powered into the bottom corner past Jose Sarr. It's 4-3. It really is. He really did power it. Can't complain. Then it was Leicester we were up against, and on the counter from a corner, Pedro Neto sprinting down the left-hand side. No one closed him down. No one could catch him. And by the time Kieran Tierney tries to come across there, it's too late, and Schmeichel can't do much to save that one. It was then 1-1. I think his name's Otavio, one of them. He's from Porto, and he scored a goal against us, basically. That's all you need to know. Just as we went to clear it, they won the header, played it back in, and it was 1-1. Then, a moment of magnificence. It's Yusuf Poulsen doing his best Ronaldo versus Juve back in the day in the Champions League, except a lot less impressive and a lot less important, but just watch the absolute glory of that one as he just about breaks his back. Banging that one in. We might just take another look at that one. Ready? Bang. Boom. Bam. Just wow. Unfortunately though, that absolute magnificence of a bicycle kick from Poulsen was cancelled out by James Maddison 84 minutes in, I think. Didn't leave us with much time to chase one further ahead there, and it ended 2-2. A bit of a disappointing one, but I guess it is what it is. Then, having beaten Doncaster in the FA Cup, we got drawn against West Ham, where Raul Jimenez was able to put us up 1-0 early on here, settling the nerves. After a good bit of interplay between our right back and right winger, Semedo gets the assist, cutting it back to Jimenez, who, sort of with the outside of his foot, nails that one into the corner there. Then you think this one's probably for Trincao? No, it is. It's Raul Jimenez doing his best. Anybody remember that Dani Alves? I think it was against like China or South Korea or something like that, from one of the World Cups, 2014 maybe, where you think he's going to cross it, but he fires it across into the sort of near post of the keeper. From near post then to far post, it was I've learnt it's Trincao. It's Trincao, actually. I've been saying it a year and a half of this save. It's Trincao with a beautiful finish, curved into the far sort of top corner for 3-0. It was then 4-0, and when you think of Ruben Neves, you think of long-range strikes. Not his most spectacular, I suppose. After a bit of a judo move in the box, they cleared the ball straight into Neves' feet, and he curled one, aiming for the far top corner. Ended up sort of middle of the goals. It wasn't great. I'll be honest, I'm a bit embarrassed for their goalkeeper. Then completing his hat-trick was Raul Jimenez. It was 5-0. It was right at the death. I was trying to just get the ball upfield, and it ended up being that I could just sort of chip it over the top for Jimenez to run through, smack it past the keeper, and make it 5-0. Easy. So with those results, only the two of them have been in the league. They have left us equal on points with Liverpool at the top, 5 points ahead of Manchester City now. I guess obviously we were going to gain ground on them having beaten them, but then drawing against Leicester has given Liverpool the opportunity to take that jump, and they are equal up on top with 51 points each. We've only got a goal difference better by one more. Having scored 10 goals more. It's a bit shameful, but also, look, I don't really care. As long as we're top by whatever means necessary, that is an absolute dream. We haven't yet got our next opponent in the FA Cup. There are a couple of replays yet to be played, so I can't show you who we're going to get. I can show you, though, that we are up 2-0, so are Leeds, heading into today's big game. Hopefully, away at Old Trafford, we can secure the win and get ourselves a place in Wembley to face probably Leeds, but you never know. Here we go. So over to the lineups, you do see I guess on video, a live commentary or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. You tell me. Debut for Ismail Bennacer and Rafael Leao. Hoping they can make a difference, hoping they can get on the score sheet and crown their live debuts with something exciting, something beautiful, sending us through Wembley, hopefully. The lineup as a whole is Sarr, Johnny Saliba, Kilman. Who's Johnny Saliba? Johnny, Saliba. Kilman, Vinagre, midfield of Bennacer, Fernandes and Elise. Front three of Neto, Leao and Poulsen. Definitely a rotated 11. They've really screwed us with that West Ham game getting chucked in right in between Leicester and this game. I'd planned it out so that we, had a good strong 11. I had it sort of fixed so that Leao and Bennacer did play today with the rotation, with the, you know, management of fitness and squad and everything. And then they screwed us with chucking that extra FA Cup game in there before this one. Look, it is what it is. We're starting with a 2-0 lead. Hopefully we're good enough. Hopefully we can make good with that lead, with the quality that we do have in the squad today. Some of these players have been performing very, very well of late. Like William Saliba obviously hasn't been on the score sheet, so you don't know, but he has had a couple of really, really solid games, just with some really important challenges and making sure that he's in the right spot at the right time defensively, which is really important. As for United, it's definitely a changed lineup from what they went with in the first leg. They've got Heaton in goals, a backline of Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Eric Bailly and Brandon Williams, a midfield of Matic, Mata and Fred, front three of Sancho, Ronaldo and Eduardo Salvio. Very old midfield. All three of those would be in their 30s, I want to say. How old's Fred now? Is Fred in his 30s? He's got to be in his 30s, surely. I know in the first leg they played, the front line was Ronaldo played on the right wing, Amad Diallo was the striker, and Thorgan Hazard was on the left. I'm not sure what was happening, to be honest. Either way, Bruno Fernandes didn't start that game or this one, and that's a bit weird, especially when they're playing Matic and Mata in midfield. Look, it might come back to haunt me, but I think it's weird. Either way, let's get into it. We've spent way too long jabbering on about nothing. This is the important one. This is the one that matters. Let's get through to Wembley. All right. As we walk out onto Old Trafford here with a 2-0 lead, I'll just remind you fellas to leave a like down below. Really appreciate it. Really helps the channel get out there more, get more people watching these videos. Hopefully we can start to have some really good conversations about what's happening. I don't know. Or just yell at me. Either way. The best way for you to go ahead and yell at me is in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a comment, positive, not positive, whatever it is. Just let me know. Let me know what you're thinking in the videos, all that jazz. Make sure to also subscribe so you don't miss a video, don't miss our next video, whether it's our trip to Wembley, who we've got in the Champions League, whatever it might be. And also make sure to follow us on the social medias. They're in the description down below. Plenty going on the Instagram and the Twitter. So we're underway. An FA Cup? No. A Carabao Cup Semi-Final. Saw there a first touch for Benassa. Very clean on the ball. I've enjoyed his passing so far in the couple of games that he's played. Definitely not worried, but like I definitely noticed the difference with his... Oh, that's a terrible pass by him. Just as I was praising his passing, it's terrible. Definitely noticed the difference physically between him and Azor Matasiwa. And obviously Dendoncker, who's about a foot taller. Oh, not a good start. Oh, and we've given it away. Oh no. And what happens when Ronaldo gets the ball in the box? He runs away. Okay, cool. I'll take that. And lobs it up for catching practice. That's cool. We'll take that. Good result. There's been a number of deals. I'm not sure if you want me to cover, maybe in the next video, who ends up signing for other teams, not just the moves that we've made in or out. Like we've had a couple of loan ones that I don't think you really care about, like youth products and stuff like that. Here's Leao. He's getting tackled in the box. Alright. Look, it was a bit of a long shot. I mean, not literally a long shot. You know what I mean. This might be... Oh, how has that happened? How did Fernandes let that just run past him? I don't get that. Oh well, here's Benassa. Putting one wide. Alright, sure. As I was saying though, there has been a couple of moves elsewhere. Like I don't want to make a video entirely about teams that aren't the featured team. But like Chelsea have signed Vinicius from Real Madrid. They ended up paying only about... They paid less than a Grealish's worth. Whatever it was. This might be a chance. No, saved by Heaton. Look, I didn't see much on, so I just tried to power that one. Alright, other than that, that early scare, where we ended up passing the ball to them, and that was the most exciting part, we've been pretty good. Oh, nearly getting Poulsen in there, but I think, was it Brandon Williams maybe? did quite well to cover and get across there to stop that one becoming anything. As I was saying, we're doing quite well at just recycling the ball, keeping hold of it, and making sure that we get at least near their box if we don't get in it or get a shot away. Here's Poulsen, maybe able to have a shot. Yep, it's 3-0. It's Yusuf Poulsen. It's probably because they've got Tom Heaton in goal, really, that's gone in. I don't know where De Gea is. I don't know where, if he's gone, another goalkeeper is. But Harry Maguire's let us walk past. Tom Heaton's let us just fire one at the middle of the goals, just about. You can see his positioning's a little close to the front post. And his save attempts lackluster. That is an absolute gift. I'll take that. 3-0 on aggregate with, a quarter of the game played? I guess if I'm saying that it's 3-0 on aggregate, I'd say that, like, I wouldn't say that we're a quarter through the game. I think I'd say we're 5/8 through the game. United going forward for second time here. It's Mata. It's a save. See, as I said before the game, a younger midfield that hasn't had, 18 months of FIFA time to regress. Like Donny van der Beek back from his loan scores that. Just saying. You can't prove me wrong. From the corner, another one. Not another one. I mean, they crossed one straight to Jose Sa before. This time it's the corner. And just an easy out for us, isn't it? Hopefully we can mount something of a counter-attack from it. No, we'll give the ball away right, basically the last pass. I'm basically just scared of Ronaldo right now, like this. Just whenever he seems to get the ball, there seems to be something on for United. Oh, I'm also scared of Johnny in the air. Maybe I need to get another right back that isn't 4 foot tall, because Johnny just gives me flutters, little heart palpitations. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, well. Look, logic probably should have prevailed there in trying not to do that. I don't want to talk about that one, to be honest. Let's ignore that one. Pretend that one didn't happen. Yep, and a goal kick, a few minutes to go before half time, or 3/4 time maybe, and it's Johnny losing another header. See, it's a theme, it's a thing. I'm on the ball with that one. Oh, here's one Mata, nearly making it through, and we get out of that one relatively. I was going to say easily, but it wasn't easy. But now that we're out of it, like once we're out of it, it's easy. You know what I mean? Oh, that was bad. Can't complain about Matic, I suppose, while I'm talking about their older midfielders. Oh. And obviously, like Ronaldo, I get that he's old too. Hopefully that's half time. It is. Okay. Don't worry, won't talk about Ronaldo anymore. It's half time. Again with the fractions, maybe I should have said it's 3/4 time instead of half time. Someone good at maths will be able to tell me how dumb I am. They've brought on Hazard, Thorgan that is, for Salvio at half time. So probably makes sense. He started the game out tired, so it probably makes sense to make a change there. Especially when they are in need of goals in a big way at this point. And first thing Ronaldo does is try to play him in, but we've marshalled that one well. Oh, and now with Benassa losing that header, he's out of position, and we'll hope that we can contain Fred. We do this time, and we're able to play out. See, there's a lot of space here, like this sort of area. We've just had a lot of room, sort of. Oh, that was bizarre. Why has he done that? Yeah, once we play out of their press, there's been a lot of space in the wider areas. Oh, that's a good run from Fred. Gee, Fred's on it. And Sancho's on it. It's 3-1. 1-1. 3-1 on aggregate. Jadon Sancho, I don't know why he's not picking up the ball and running back. Just a good counter-attack, really. I guess Fred being the sort of key contributor there with a bit of a Bit of a shimmy, bit of a dash around Max Kilman there. Good pass to Ronaldo, who then slides it through for Sancho with one touch, sets himself up, plays it into the corner. Nothing Jose Sa can do about that one. It's a great finish. Alright, we can't panic though. I know it's would be very Dylan on the ball to go and concede 3 goals this match. But then, having said that, it's probably pretty Dylan on the ball to score 3 or something like that myself. So, I mean, we can't sit back and wait for the clock to run out because we'll lose. Is there anything on here though? Not really. No one in like a good passing spot. Play it out wide to Pedro Neto. But again, they're closing us down well here, I think. Oh, except for Leao on the right, who fires a shot straight at possibly even our own man. Geez, Ronaldo is unplayable on FIFA, isn't he? I get that he's good in real life, but you can't win a single header from him. No matter which player you've got on him, or whatever it might be, whatever the situation might be, you just cannot touch Ronaldo. I guess that's probably true to a degree, and that's why he's, scored 800 goals or whatever the heck it is. But I just think it's a bit overdone on FIFA. Speaking of overdone, that pass is not overdone, it's perfect. Oh, but he's overrun it. Damn it! Not overdone, overrun. My God, Poulsen. Right, so 20 minutes to play. Their move with 2 goals to get is to take Matic off for McTominay. Bold strategy. Like, I'm not going to say it won't work. It might. Oh, we're very open here. This is disgraceful. Lucky. Very lucky that pass was overhit there from Ronaldo. Hopefully we can keep them at bay here, because knowing us... Oh, Leao might be in here. Leao's in. He's confirmed it. He's put the nail in the coffin. Leao has sent us to Wembley. Just like I said, I called before the game, I just wanted one of them to make an impact, do something to send us through the Wembley. And he's put us 3 goals ahead with, 15 minutes to play? Love that. 15 minutes to play, a 4-1 lead. I was about to say a 4-goal lead. That's not it. Hopefully, see this through and look forward to another Wembley trip. It's going to be a big few months with a couple of Wembley trips hopefully on the horizon. We're just about guaranteed one from this. And, I mean, we're up to the, quarterfinal stage of the FA Cup now, so that's, I think semi-finals of that gets you Wembley. So then we've got the Champions League coming up as well, which might be next video, we'll see. Oh, and another cross straight to Jose Sa. You love to see that if you're a Wolves fan. It's getting to that stage where there's just all of the room in the world, and it's 3-1, it's 5-1 on aggregate. It's our youth product, our first youth player to get through to the first team. He's up to about 75 overall, which is magnificent. Aidan O'Neill breaks through midfield, fires one past Heaton with his good left foot. Much more in the mould of, I guess, Neves or Jedson Fernandez than an Elise Barkley. Gets his way through, powers into the box, fires it past Heaton. I think that's only his 2nd goal maybe in the whole career, but, the weight of that goal counts for, any that he should have scored otherwise. And it's 3-1 on the day, 5-1 on aggregate. And O'Neill might be in again. He'll give it out to Leao. Wow, what's happened? It's Pedro Neto. It's an assist for Rafael Leao. We might pop the Ronaldo celebration. It's 4-1 on the day. They've just absolutely lost the plot, trying to send everyone forward. Couple of passes around, and, I mean, he made it look like more, but it was a tap-in, really. Drew in the defence and then played it out to Leao, who fired a ball across to Pedro Neto, who was coming in on the far side with his weaker foot, allegedly. Fires it into just about the roof of the net for 4-1. Unreal. Alright, I was not expecting that. You could tell by the way I was talking about, when they brought on Scott McTominay, I was like, oh man, that might mean 2 goals. I don't know. But instead it's meant 3 for us. We'll apparently pop the Ronaldo again. Rafael Leao's got his first 2 goals for the club, as well as an assist here. He got, what did he get? An assist against, was it Manchester City he got an assist? Was it the first game of this one? Yes, it was the first leg of this one he got an assist for Elise. The crossover was by Leao. Grabbed himself 2 goals here, at least 1 assist. This time it's sort of the reverse. It's Neto firing it across for Leao. And this time Tom Heaton can do nothing but palm it into the back of the net. Am I 5-1? Bloody hell. What a ridiculous second half. Cannot say I was expecting this. I'm very used to teams, pushing up in the second half and trying to press and trying to, really force the issue, I guess. But this was ridiculous, to be honest. It doesn't often work out that well, Like we scored one on the counter with Jimenez in one of the against West Ham, but it doesn't work out this nicely, where we've won 5-1 away at Old Trafford. So, as if you hadn't seen enough of goals in today's video, what's that? 31 that you've seen. 32 was scored. First of which today at Old Trafford was Yusuf Poulsen firing it past Heaton, who didn't cover himself in glory today. Then it was 1-1 53 minutes in, which is ridiculous to say knowing the outcome. Sancho made it 1-1. At that point they were back in the game, perhaps had the momentum. You could see a classic United comeback on the cards. A good finish by Sancho, can't talk it down at all. It was good. It's a very good goal. Then it got a bit ridiculous. It was Vinagre down the left-hand side. We played out as they were pushing up. A good through ball in behind Wan-Bissaka, who could not keep up with Rafael Leao, who places it beyond Heaton. Can't blame Heaton this time. He's had no chance with that one, no chance at all. Then 82 minutes in, Benassar actually gets his second assist of the game here. He assisted the first goal, the Poulsen one. He gets his second assist of the game here, laying it on a plate for Aidan O'Neill to break into the box, fire it past Heaton, and make it, 3-1 on the day? Madness. O'Neill then laid it out to Leao, who fired it across towards Pedro Neto, who absolutely just rocketed in or blasted in, absolutely thundered in a volley. Nothing Heaton could do about this one. Just too much power, too quick, too good. 4-1. Then 89th minute, returning the favour, Pedro Neto slid the ball across the goals. Harry Maguire stands there, not knowing what he's doing. He's meant to be marking Leao here, overruns it, allows Leao to fire it at Heaton, who can't keep that out, and you can't blame him from that range. Dropping the Ronaldo for 5-1. So that is that. We are through to the Carabao Cup Final, the League Cup Final, against Leeds United. Our second final at Wembley in the 2 seasons, and hopefully just a very good shot at another piece of silverware. Fingers crossed for that one. Next video, you'll see us go against, look, I'm tossing it up, I'm not too sure. We've got Leeds in the Carabao Cup Final 3 days after we play Borussia Dortmund away in the Champions League in the Champions League knockout round. Look, not great, to be honest with you. It's not great to have 2 such big fixtures so close together, but look, we'll see how we go, I suppose. I'm thinking it'll be Dortmund. That would mean then that you wouldn't see us lift the trophy, or hopefully lift the trophy, but obviously have the highlights of that one. Or if it's the other way, look, you know what? it'll be a week till the next video comes out, so, or in this series anyway. So maybe let me know in the comments what you reckon, whether you think I should show the Dortmund match or the Leeds match. I can't really show both because then the video would go for 3 hours, and that's just not a thing. Before that Dortmund match, we've got United again, this time in the league, then West Brom and Chelsea in the league. Then it comes to the week where we have both Dortmund and Leeds. So, look, a big month to come, basically. Make or break time for silverware and for, I guess, competing on all fronts, really, because we've just beaten West Ham in the FA Cup. We'll get drawn against someone in that. We'll have to play them coming up soon. As well as having the final of the Carabao Cup, our first ever round of 16 game against Dortmund. And we're currently on top of the league with 3 games to come before the next video. Don't you miss it. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, make sure it gets out there, comment what you thought of the video, of all the goals you've seen, all 30 of them. Madness. Make sure to follow us on the socials. There's the TikTok, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Twitch that might come at some stage. I don't know. Depends on how work goes, really. Working like a 9 to 5 as well as doing this is rough. I don't know how people do it. But anyway, until next time, when we go again to compete on all fronts somehow, peace.